Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone. I'm pleased to greet you this morning, dear students and viewers. Welcome and thanks for joining Facebook Live class on Communicative English. Dear students, do you listen to me, please? It sounds good if it is okay. Otherwise, let me know giving feedback, writing comments on comments box. Okay? Hope it's okay and you are all safe and pretty good in your home. So let's have a good start with the lesson. By the way, in my last lecture, you have learned how to write a good paragraph. And so as we have developed a paragraph, we have written a paragraph successfully where we learned practically how to edit a paragraph using correction software. Do you remember it was about the weather of Bangladesh? Dear students, in today's lesson, I'm going to share a very important topic that is how to narrate weather forecast and weather vocabulary, right? However, sometimes it is seen that you are asked to write a paragraph related to weather or climate. I mean, in most cases of exam for communicative English, at least one question appears in the uh, question paper, like narrate 5 days weather condition of your locality. On the other hand, knowing vocabulary and narrating weather or climate has a great impact or importance to communicate in the real life situation or in the workplace situation. Dear students, in this lesson today, we will engage with doing activities or tasks. Simply, uh, we will read a text on how to narrate weather forecast. In the next session, in the next class, we will do activities, or you may do activities today also. If I get time, if we get time, we will do as well. Okay. And what we have read today, in addition, I may add some new information in my next day presentation. So let's see what happens to the lesson 11 in lecture 12. All right, let's have a good start. Okay, so far I guess you were watching the first slide, and usually what we say, uh, this is communicative English, you see, and usually we talk about the objectives. So as completing the course, our students will be able to develop creating writing ability. They will be able at the same time to transfer information, ideas, and knowledge. And ultimately, they will be competent enough in communication, in the workplace situation, or in the real life situation. So let's go. What happens to the lesson 11, right? And here you see, in today's lesson, we will focus on knowing vocabulary phrases related to weather. Actually, in today's lesson, we have a commitment to talk about or to practice listening audio video task, but due to some technical difficulties, I'm not playing right now here, and hope in my next class I will give you the opportunity to enjoy the audio video task. Okay, so mm, besides, we will practice how to describe weather. We will have reading text, we'll read it out and then try to pick the words or the expressions that is related to weather. Okay, and ultimately in each and every lesson I used to suggest uh, mm, a topic for your homework, that is writing task is mandatory, right? So remember this. And practice speaking is a regular task. I used to give you a topic every day to discuss among your friends. And of course, it will help you to become confident and competent in speaking and writing. Okay. So, viewers, never and ever forget to use headphones while going to listen to me. Okay. So, let's see what happens. This is the title weather forecast, and listen to the weather forecast. No, there is no option here to listen, but see uh, the exercises to practice and improve your uh, skills on weather. Okay, and all right, you see our task is here, listening task is here, audio video is here, but due to some technical difficulties, I'm not able to broadcast or the audio here. Okay, so I'll wait for the next class. Of course, you will enjoy the audio video presentation. But today, before entering into the main task, we have to learn some vocabulary that are related to weather forecast, right? You see rainy, sunny, windy, dry, thunderstorm, okay, cloudy, whatsoever, right? So you just have a look and do the exercise. Drop the number of the picture in the box that match with the words below. So let me explain what you have to do here. You see, some words are written here, some words are given here: rainy, sunny, windy, dry, thunderstorm, cloudy. Okay, so each and every words, along with every words, you are given a picture before the words. You see, rainy, here is picture number one; sunny, here is picture number two; windy, picture number three as well, you see. So your task is here. Okay, all right, I'm not giving you the answer key today, but you are just given the structure of answer key. So you have to do it of your own. Right, now your task is to match the number, to match the picture with the word that is given along with the picture. Right here you see rain is given with this picture number one. So your duty, your task, your activity is to pick this number on the box. Okay, if it match with the image of the word. Okay, so here you see, you can easily understand that the rainy does not match with this picture, sunny does not match with this picture, windy does not match with this picture, and dry, of course not. Thunderstorm, uh, in case of thunderstorm, such is the case is happening. Yes, it does not match with the very word thunderstorm. It does not match with the cloudy. So, what will be the right answer? Okay, so rainy, of course, it match with this picture. I mean number four. So your duty is to pick and put the number here. Okay, so rainy is 4 is for rainy, you have to write the number 4. And then sunny, of course, number 5. And then windy, of course, what should I say, number 6. Okay, and dry, of course, number 1, and then thunderstorm, of course, number 2, and then cloudy, of course, number 3. Okay, so uh, this is our first activities before enter into the task. Okay, so I hope that it is so easy, and it will help you to remember the weather vocabulary, right? So it's your task to do of your own, matching the picture with the number and put it here. Okay, so go for the next slide. All right, here is a text that is written on weather forecast. Okay, so read it out along with me. Welcome to the weather forecast. Now let's see what the weather is like today. In the north of the country, it's very windy and cold. There is a chance of some rain too, so don't leave home without your umbrella. Okay? The temperature is around 10 degrees centigrade. In the east, it is rainy all day today. I'm afraid there may be a thunderstorm in the afternoon. The temperature is a bit higher at around 13 degrees centigrade, right? In the west and middle of the country, the weather is dry but cloudy. So no rain for you, but it is quite windy and the temperature is just 10 degrees centigrade. The south of the country has the best weather today. It's cloudy most of the time, but sunny this afternoon. The temperature is around 15 degree centigrade. Okay? Okay, dear students, you just have a look and read it out. Try to read it out of your own and try to pick the information that is given here for your next activities. Okay, so I'm giving you 1 minute time to read it out of your own. Okay, and try to pick the information that is given in the text, and that will help you to do well in the activities. Okay, while we go for doing some activities in the next slides, like next slide. Okay, all right, dear students, hope you have finished reading, and then go for the next slide. Okay, check your understanding. This is nothing but matching with gap fill. Okay, and do this exercise while you listen. Okay, already we have listened and match the two halves of the sentence and write it to the next to the number 1 to 4. Here are two words given, but your task, your duty is to put the right expression that match with the right sentence, so that it can make a sense. Okay, so I think that you just have a look and get involved intensively with this task. Okay, so as I told that I will not give you answer today, but you have to do of your own, and hope I will give you the answer in the next day. So try yourself. Okay, and then you can match with your answer, with the answer key, that is how many right question you have answered. Okay, so the first question is, the weather in the north is mostly dash. That means you have to pick the right answer from here, right expression from here. Okay. The weather in the north is mostly cloudy and windy, cloudy and sunny, dry and cloudy, windy and cloudy. Okay, so try to pick the right answer, right option to make the sentence meaningful. Okay, so far I remember the weather in the north is mostly windy and cloudy. Okay, all right. Then number two, the weather in the east is mostly. What will be the right answer? Cloudy and windy, cloudy and sunny, dry and cloudy, windy and cloudy. Okay, so far I guess that number A, cold and windy, is the right answer. Okay, so go for the next question, that is the weather in the west is mostly. What will be the right answer? The weather in the west is mostly windy and cloudy, cloudy and sunny, cold and windy, dry and cloudy. Okay, so far I guess, so far I remember, so far I have collected the information from the text, that is dry and cloudy will be the right answer. Okay. All right, go for the next question, that is the weather in the south is mostly dash, right? So put the pick the right answer from the from the screen, from the right of the screen, from my right, your left. So uh, try to drop and drag. Okay. So you have no options to drop and drag. You have to keep it in your mind, and you have to write the answer in your answer script, and then you can match with the answer key, so that you can get the better feedback. Okay, I see that number four is for B, cloudy and sunny. The weather in the south is mostly cloudy and sunny. Okay, so that is all about these activities. That is all about this task, and we have tried to um match the answer with right to left. Okay, we have tried to match the sentence, two parts of the sentence, that is right to left. Okay, no more here. So go for the next slide. What happens there? Let's see what happens there. Okay, all right. It is very important to complete the answer. It will help you to remember uh, the weather vocabulary, and it will help you to describe or narrate how the weather forecast can be narrated in our usually or in our real life situations. Okay, so let's see what happened here. Okay, check your understanding and fill the gap with the correct words. Okay, no options here, no hints, no clues. You have to do of your own. Okay, uh, I'm unfortunate, though I have given the text for reading, but due to some technical fault, I have not introduced the listening task. Okay, all right, no problem. In my next lecture, I will just introduce it. Okay, uh, don't be afraid. Okay. All right. Number one, welcome to the weather forecast. Now let's see what the weather is dash today. Okay. So you try to guess the right word. All right. You can think of your own. And if you remember the whole text, what we have experienced just a couple of minutes ago. Okay. All right. We have time. All right. So for I think that I should help you. Okay. Fill in the gaps. All right. Welcome to the weather forecast. Now let's see what the weather is like today. Okay. I hope that this word makes sense. Okay. So let's repeat. Welcome to the weather forecast. Now let's see what the weather is like today. Okay. And then number two, in the north of the country, it's very windy and cold. There is dash of some rain too. Okay. All right. In the north of the country, it's very windy and cold. There is a chance of some rain too. So the right word will be the chance, right? Okay. All right. Then number three, the temperature is around dash centigrade. I think that is very easy to understand, and you can easily do the right. You can answer the right. You can answer the right. Exactly putting the right words. Of course, degrees. Okay, and then the temperature is around 10 degrees centigrade. Okay. The temperature, I repeat, the temperature is around 10 degree centigrade. And in the east, it's rainy all day today. I'm afraid there may be a thunderstorm in the afternoon. In the east, I repeat, in the east, it's rainy all day today. I'm afraid there may be a thunderstorm in the afternoon. The dash is a bit higher. Of course, it is very easy. The dash, I mean, you have to put the right answer here, picking the right words, giving the right words, writing the perfect word. Okay, is a bit higher at around 30 degrees. Okay, so try to pick the right word. Which will be the right word here? The temperature, of course, the temperature is a bit higher at around 30 degrees. Okay. So go for the next question. That is in the west and middle of the country, the weather is dry. Okay. The weather is dry. In the west and middle of the country, the weather is dry. Weather is dry, but cloudy. Okay, but cloudy. So but is the right word here. All right. Okay, time is getting up. The south of the country has dash weather today. It's cloudy most of the time, but sunny this afternoon. Okay, this afternoon. All right. I think the best answer will be the best. Okay, the best answer will be the best. The south of the country has the best weather today. It's cloudy most of the time, but sunny this afternoon. Okay, so I think that, dear students, you have got the clues, you have got the right answer. Try to remember it, try to recollect in your memory, try to write it down on your kata or on your answer script, so that you can match in our next class when I will give you the answer key. Okay, all right, go for the next. This is a common slide. This is common information for all because we have started writing task. We have doing writing skill. Okay, last two or three lectures I talked about the writing techniques, how to develop a paragraph. And in today's lesson, I talked about narrating events, that is weather forecast. You see, though it is the first first session, you will be given the next session also for narrating events, narrating a story. So, linkers is a must everywhere. If you want to go for writing any task, then of course linker is must, and it is a very, 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 very important part of writing. You see, so let's have a see how you can incorporate transition ideas or linkers in your writing practice. Okay, first you see at the left, some examples are given: first, second, third, last, finally, most of all, overall, in conclusion, for that reason, therefore, additionally also. Okay, and in my right, but your left, you see connector subsequence, you see first, second, third, finally, next, meanwhile, after, before, later, then, subsequently, first of all, by the time, eventually, at last, at the end, furthermore, further, moreover, another, in addition, also, in conclusion, to summarize afterwards, firstly, secondly, thirdly, and in the end, soon. Okay, these are the connectors subsequence. Okay, you can pick any one of the phrases or words uh, where you feel comfort to write your task. Okay, if you have any more connectors, okay, all right, you may use this. Okay, but these are very important. Okay, so okay, all right, dear students, vocabulary box. It is the very main part of our lesson in communicative English. If you have enough vocabulary stock, then it makes you confident and competent in writing as well as in speaking. So, in each and every lesson, from each and every lesson, of course, you will try to pick some new words, new phrases, so that you can uh, use this in future. Okay, so it is mandatory. I hope I will suggest you to pick some new words from this lesson, and you will give me feedback in the next lesson, and in the next in my next lecture. Okay, so I'm waiting for from the part of you to give me some new vocabulary. Okay, we'll introduce new vocabulary that is related to weather forecast, right? And ultimately, group discussion. This is must. Okay, if you want to be competent in this language, I mean, especially in English, of course, you have to integrate four skills, as I said earlier at the very beginning of my lecture, that of course you have to integrate four skills along with vocabulary, right? That is reading, right? Reading, listening, speaking, and writing. Okay, along with vocabulary, you have to do a lot of vocabulary practice. Okay, and if you do along with these four skills, of course, it will not take much more time to become competent in communication. Okay, let's after in the practical part, I will let you see how you can communicate with the native speaker around the day and night. I mean 24 hours. Okay, I will introduce the software where you can get connected with the native speaker, native teacher, native listener. Okay, and many more. All right. So group discussion is very, 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 very important. Of course, you have created a group to discuss among yourself, and with this very topic, you can discuss with your friends. All right. This is also mandatory homework. If you want to keep pace on writing tasks, of course, each and every day you have to write something. You have to keep connection. You have to keep going with writing task, of course. So right, wrong doesn't matter. As I said earlier, that don't think about the right, wrong. Okay. In my last lecture, I have introduced correction software. If you do any mistakes, okay, all right, downloading correction software, you can have a check. All right, no matter. And of course, in this task, you have to use the very technique of writing, that is contrast and comparison on the weather in your city or village. Okay, you have to write a paragraph, you have to develop a paragraph on the weather in your city or village. Okay, so we are at the end of the lesson. I hope the time is up. It's over also. 2 minutes. Okay, all right. I don't want to stay anymore here. So my advice is, if you want to enjoy my lecture here, of course you have to keep connected with the very uh, website, that is www.skills.gov.bd. Okay, you can download, you can share, you can pass comments. Okay, um, all right, thank you so much. Okay, dear students, time is already gone. I have got to get going. Have a nice day and take care. Stay safe until we meet again. Thanks for listening to me patiently. Thank you so much.